What up, everyone? I'm going to address the latest trouble our Prime Minister has found himself in. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is finding himself in hot water as a result of language he used at a town hall meeting in Sherbrooke, Quebec. No, before we get any further, no, he didn't swear, he didn't use bad language, he wasn't crass. Wasn't anything to do with that. What happened was he was asked a question in English and responded only in French. French was the only language he actually spoke. Now, when I first heard this, I originally thought, okay, this could be small potatoes, and this just could be the latest thing his detractors have piled onto him for because they haven't found a legitimate gripe yet. The more I looked into it, the more I've come to realize, you know what, it's definitely not small potatoes. Not small potatoes at all. Trudeau himself has said that he responded only in French because they were in Quebec, and Quebec is the French-speaking province in Canada, the only one that has it as the official language. Now, that is factual. He is absolutely right. However, there is a genuine lack of respect shown to the Anglophone population by doing so, especially when questions were actually regarding English language rights. Now, forget what the answer to that question might have been. The very fact that he didn't have the courtesy to answer in English shows a level of a lack of respect. Especially when he gives later on the answer, well, I could have spoke French. I might as well just be saying I chose not to. Personally, I agree, it is disrespectful, and does nothing to keep relations between the two linguistic communities in Canada, to keep good relations. This is just another example Anglophones could use to show Francophone arrogance, or how the country today is skewed towards Francophones. Francophones think they're better than everyone else. And if Justin Trudeau doesn't realize that, then he truly is clueless. There have been leaders of the separatist movement in Quebec. I'm talking about people who either ran, were the head of, or involved with either le Parti Québécois or le Bloc Québécois, the federal equivalent. There were people in those parties, in that movement, that didn't show this level of disrespect to Anglophones, that realized they still have to honor English language rights in Quebec. Now, what made me realize this wasn't small potatoes is I had also read reports he did the same thing but reversed in Ontario, where he would be asked a question in French and just answered in English. However, most of the complaints are generated from the Quebec incident. So, points for consistency, but you're doing nothing to make sure relations between the two groups remain positive and civil. I don't understand how he doesn't see the damage he could potentially do. And for that, it makes me wonder, maybe his detractors were right, and he wasn't ready. Like I said, those commercials, I'm starting to think we're right. He's just not ready. He's not ready for the responsibility. And quite frankly, if he can't show basic respect like that, he doesn't deserve to be Prime Minister. And this is something that has really angered me to the point where I find I'm having trouble to even find appropriate words. Because I personally, as a French Canadian, I'm fed up of having these fights. I'm fed up with politicians like that putting us in situations where we now have to defend ourselves when we actually agree with the side that's offended. I am fed up with politicians playing us one against the other. If he doesn't realize that's what he's doing, then what can I say? He's not ready. He doesn't deserve to be our leader. That doesn't change it doesn't change a thing. It's poor judgment, and that's all. That's all it is. Poor judgment. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.